So, it's your boy, Mr. Butler, man. I'm in the wilderness today, man. We're gonna do something with this land out here. So check me out. So this video is in reference to a grape minus the G that took place at Alto. But this is after it transitioned to a female prison. So, and it's not an inmate on inmate. It is a male officer who raped a female inmate. So check this out. So now, Alto used to be an all-male facility. Alto was a place where they sent young adults, young men who had an extensive amount of time. If you was in Atlanta, you was in Georgia, Macon, Savannah, Columbus, Augusta. If you was in Georgia, you was young, and you was about that nonsense, 9 times out of 10, shawty, you was going to Alto. You have to excuse I got some bow ties and some other clothes, but hey man, we're gonna make this thing happen, man. We out here. So you was going to Alto. Alto was gladiator school. So I forget what year it is, but an individual, because they were having so many grapes minus the G, so many robberies, so many murders, they decided to close it down. In fact, they received lawsuits in reference to all the unlawfulness that was going on at Alto. So as they began to shut or transition Alto from a male to female facility, a lot of us got shipped out to, I went to Washington. It was a group of us, but okay, so Alto turned into a all-female facility. When this takes place, things change apparently. And from our research, it says that an alleged grape minus the G occurred on the evening of December the 5th in building A's A unit. Now, A unit, from my understanding, because when I got to Alto, I was in PMC. I was in like 15, 17, kind of laid back, but you can still get your head bust. You feel me? So then, as my ignorance increased, so does my security level. And I was delivered to B unit. And B unit is like, when you get to B unit, this is the soundtrack. It's like, welcome to the jungle. So B unit was, hey man, hey. But as I joined the debate team, the book club. I was in culinary arts for like 4 years, became a teacher aide, man, and started to settle down a little bit. Man, I made it to A unit. And let me tell you something. A unit was the closest to being at peace that I have ever been, bro. Like, I was in A unit, it was 2-man dorm. I was in the room, and I ain't gonna even say cell, I'm gonna say I was in the room. I was in the room with Lil Man, the big homie from the A. And bro, it was just laid back, man. The floors was always clean. There wasn't no whole bunch of nonsense. I mean, they were still chain ganging, but it was different. Like, this was the honor dorm, and you had to been put in some work to even get to this place. But they never locked our doors. I don't remember our doors being locked. It was just a place of peace, man. The day run, it was just smooth, man. I have done time in a number of places, man. But A unit. Hey man, it was sweet, man. It was just a whole lot of privacy, man. If you had something going on, there wasn't a whole lot of people in your business. It just was what it was, man. So now, the Georgia Department of Corrections fired. I'm not gonna say this brother's name, cause check this out. This brother from Stone Mountain. You black. He from Stone Mountain, bro. I'm not gonna say his name, man, but it's not looking good for him, cause not only was he fired, but old girl filed a lawsuit and it's ongoing. But they booked y'all. They fired them and they booked them. And you from Stone Mountain. And then so I just started thinking about the mindset of a male working at a female facility. And I say that because I just had a video to go viral on Instagram. So in my mind, I was just like, when I seen all the, when you go to your Instagram and it be like 100, I was like, oh, this is what a bad bitch feel like. I was like, you know, I can see what, cause I'm going to the grocery store, my phone was just going off. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, that thing's still going up. It's still going up. So I'm just like, if I put a picture of myself half naked on this bitch and my number go up like that, hey man, my ego gonna be way out of whack, bro. So I'm just imagining, I'm like, shit, if I'm a male and I'm working at an all-female facility and I done did about 30 push-ups, you feel me? Oh man, I'm a bad bitch. So I could just imagine that. Then my man was 24 years old. 24, look, I'm 47 now. Boy, I'm just stepping into my maturity. Like, for real. So 24 years old, boy, you still wet behind the ears. You 24 and then you in charge of these women. Hey man, at 24, I hadn't even went through my whole phase yet. You see what I'm saying? I was still discovering out who I was. Mind you, I was in chain gang, so you don't want to go through your whole phase while you're in there. But I can only imagine if I was in charge of moving women from place to place, and these women it's almost like walking into a porn hub, cause they ain't got access to the wood like that. And then you all off this thing. Look, your life is like a porno. What man don't want to work at a prison? Yeah. Well, the women ain't got no choice. You got to be there. Because I'm thinking about when at a male facility, when a female officer get there, man, them folk know. She on the scene. They so in tune with you because they ain't in tune with nothing else, man, that you are the most important thing that's going on. They know if you change your eyelashes. They know if your cycle on, because they can smell that. Hey, man. They is on top of it. They is paying attention to detail. If you walk different, if you talk different, whatever's going on, they on top of it, man. And at the end of the day, we as humans, man, we require a little attention. So 24 working at a facility, you probably got something that wouldn't holler at you on the street that's hollering at you while you in the joint. Now, let me say this. They say that my man in jail charged with raping an inmate. I ain't gonna say his name again. Now let's go over what grape is. No. Okay. 2020 Georgia Code Title 16 Crimes and Offenses Chapter 6 Sexual Offenses 16-6-1 Rape. Universal citation. A person commits the offense of rape when he has carnal knowledge of a female forcibly and against her will, or a female who is less than 10 years of age. Carnal knowledge in rape occurs when there is a penetration of the female sex organ by a male sex organ. The fact that the person allegedly raped is the wife of the defendant shall not be a defense to a charge of rape. Now, I'm only bringing it up because whenever I start talking about crimes now, I'm gonna bring that law up, and I'm gonna try to bring it. Hey, if you out here robbing, it's a mandatory minimum 10 in the state of Georgia. Every time somebody say rob, hey man, that's a mandatory minimum 10, man. So I'm letting you know that when you do certain things, man, there is a code, there's a law, there's a set of elements set up to counter that act. So this young lady had to go to the hospital and they had to perform surgery on her because my man did some damage to her. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, what if, did she treat Shawty? Did she understand she had a real live lion? She was like, boy, this my way up out of here. And I would think about that when I was watching Orange is the New Black. Remember my girl? She got pregnant by the cripple dude, the dude with the one leg who had them in the wall. Then they was trying to figure everything out. And when she went and got my man with the mustache and tricked Shawty, cleaning up all his shorts, you feel me? So with that being said, I was like, did she come across a situation like that? Well, he was in the wrong, but she lured him in some kind of way. Because apparently from the paperwork, it's saying that my man she went and took a shower and You know, he walked her from the shop. Bro, when I'm telling you about A-Unit, bro, it's so secluded. The way everything is set up, man, if it was going to go down, it was going to go down. You heard me? So now, my man is also another thing about Alto is this. Man, I hate to see this brother mug shot up like this. Another thing about Alto, man, is what they're saying is that there are an increased number of rapes and interaction taking place. In fact, they saying that it's a large number of pregnancies that are turned. Because I was just thinking about, I was like, man, if the male facilities off the chain like this, where they is setting fires and raping and getting pounds of weed in and getting all these drugs. Oh, the female facility, y'all, it ain't all the drugs and all that there, but when a female got access to a male, he'll do anything. Yeah, he'll do anything, man. And I think in this situation, man, you have to understand, as an individual that has a particular responsibility, not just to your job or your employer, but to yourself and your community, man, hey, it ain't yours. And you can't take it. And don't trick yourself, because you got to understand, I'm talking to some of my clients now, sometimes, bro, you got to be ahead of everybody else that's in the game. When you go into a situation, although this person has more a stronger status and more money than you, you got to mentally be in front of this person so you can see where they're going. You see what I'm saying? That way you reduce your degree of disappointment and you don't trick yourself out of position, man. So I'm gonna have a follow-up to this story, and we're gonna see how it play out. But right now, my man is in jail and is charged with rape of a female officer at Alto State Prison. The irony, it must be a spirit, because I ain't gonna even get into all the male on male graping, and there's male on female graping. It's a lot of graping that then went on at their place, man. It's a lot of it, man. It's a lot of, in fact, this is what I forgot to bring up. They talking about shutting it down. They talking about shutting the whole facility down and turning it into a transitional center. And as opposed to housing 1,100, they just gonna do 100 or 120. But again, I'm gonna start getting off into the laws and what's really going on, man, so we can have some real documentation, man. This your boy Butler. Subscribe, like. I know I got a hole. I know it look dirty. I'm working though. I'm out here.